So welcome to the PKZ and WIZZ Podcast, episode 1, I guess. How you feeling, Wiz?
Nervous, but we are.
Listen, we talk about motorbikes, motorbike gear, reviews, all that other good stuff. But we're just going to chat. We're just going to do our thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
With 2 cameras. And
lights and mics and... we're pros out here, man. We're pros.
Yeah.
Don't watch the backdrop. Everything's getting better as time goes by. It is what it is.
What's wrong with the pink roses?
I don't worry about the pink roses.
It suits the beard.
Yeah. Makes that ginger just glisten a little bit more.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, so we've come to talk about motorbikes.
Yep, pretty much.
What bike you got, Wiz?
ZX10 19 plate. Special edition.
Beast.
Absolute piss missile.
Animal.
Yeah.
Animal.
Waiting for a new exhaust system and a reamer. So I can basically see if the Grim Reaper can touch me a little bit. Something, you know what I mean?
You know what they say, don't ride faster than the angel, but listen, Grim, come get me.
Yeah, exactly. I want to race with him.
Until my MT comes out and then I've just done all your dances, but hey, what you're saying.
All right.
But it's funny because we were just talking about, you've just ordered
Race fit.
a race fit exhaust.
Yeah.
And you got some drama going on with that. What's happening?
So, wife brought it me for Christmas. I want to say 3 weeks before Christmas. But she's not ordered it directly through RaceFit. She's ordered it through a company that are reps for RaceFit. And their wait time was shorter than actual RaceFit. So, as a woman, is when she's ordering, that comes quicker, not realising that if their wait time's quicker, they've still got to go to the main
manufacturers
supplier.
anyway.
So she's ordered it anyway, but it's a reputable company. Ordered bike stuff from them before, got emails and stuff like that. They emailed and basically says it wouldn't be available for Christmas. So the wife had to break the news to me prior Christmas to say, well, I've ordered you something for Christmas. You're not going to get it for Christmas, etc., etc. Christmas comes, obviously, it's not here. She's like, you can have your birthday because my birthday is in January. Then she emailed them, I want to say around the 10th of Jan. And basically there was 2 weeks span or something like that. So she's emailed them again. Then they're saying that they're looking at the middle of February.
Oh, God. Christmas 2026, baby.
Yeah. So she brought me a race. But the wrong year, clearly.
Yeah, clearly.
There was the wrong year, bro. The wrong year. So yeah, I'm waiting.
Still waiting for this race fit?
Absolutely still waiting. I've watched loads of videos and it sounds all right. So,
well,
blow some eardrums.
Yeah, and to be fair, true biker fashion, you buy a bike, you go buy an exhaust. And you got was it a Yoshi that's on there at the minute?
Yeah.
Which, if that was me, I'd have been quite happy with that exhaust.
The story of the race bit's quite funny. So, as a joke, in there, I know the Yoshi I have at the minute is mad expensive. Like from what I've grasped and looked through eBay and stuff, it's like £1,400 just for the can. And as a laugh and a joke, the one day, me and my brother was in there in the garage, and I was like, imagine a race fit on it because the bike's loud anyway. So I had a look. I never intended to buy one because the race fit's like £800. Now, yeah, I know the value of certain bike parts and stuff don't really mean ifs, buts, or maybes when it comes to your quality. So it was like, I don't want it. Like the exhaust I have on my bike is double the value of the race fit.
Yeah.
And that'll actually pass an MOT. So the wife in the background just hearing the chat and just probably thought, he's looking at race fit or buying one, not realising. And I still remember to this day, she was sat where you was. I was sat over here. She's like, I've got you something. Ray is shitting himself and your brother's like excited. He can't wait to tell you the news. And I'm just like, what do you mean? And she was like, I've brought you something and for Christmas, but it's not going to be in Christmas. Do you want to have a guess what it is? For about 45 minutes, couldn't guess this fucking whatever it could be. And then she was just like, it's for your bike. And straight away, I'm like, you done fucked up. Like, leave my bike alone.
Yeah,
Like,
serious.
don't touch my bike. And she's like an exhaust. And I looked at her and I was like, why have you brought me I'd like, thank you, but why have you done that? Look, I don't want to change my exhaust. She's like, yeah, but you was looking at him. Well, what's that got to do with it?
Deep.
Just because I looked. So, obviously, I don't want to be like, ungrateful and shit.
For sure.
That ain't me. So I was like, yeah. All right.
And Racefit's exhaust, they're like premium exhaust.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, they're nice. They're nice.
Mm.
Like I say, so I plan on waiting for it to come when it comes. UK made and all of that.
Yeah.
Not UK
Slow
deliveries. So when it comes, I then plan on getting it mapped.
Mm.
But I'm unsure on how to, like, what type of map I want to run on it at the minute. I just want to. But obviously, I know the fueling's going to be mental.
Yeah, for sure.
Because of the actual exhaust can itself. So I want to get it mapped. Do I have a pop and bang fucking flamethrower fucking exhaust, or do I go for
We're going to go through the quietest of villages.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it throws flames as it is. So, like, for me, it's one of them ones.
We're not hooligans, people. We like to ride calm. Just saying. A
Yeah.
flame. Everybody likes a flame.
Everybody loves flame. So, at the minute, like I say, it spits flames. And my brother was doing some research on the ZX10. And apparently, I don't know how true this is, not done any research myself, but they come out of factory with a whole heap of restrictions, which scares the fucking shit out of me, because the bike scares the shit out of me now. So I'm sat there thinking, when I get this unrestricted, how wide's my arsehole going to go when I pull that throttle? Because it's ridiculously fast now. And if it's got as many restrictions as my brother thinks and says it has, with like 60% something, that blows my head. Blows my absolute brain.
That's deep.
Because of the weight of the bike. So it's like 200 kilo, 200 brake, and it's just like, where's the restriction?
Yeah.
Where is the restriction? I don't understand where the restrictions are. But there's that many electronics on it. There's probably a switch somewhere that's just
The joke what I find as well is how light that bike is.
Yeah. Like, you think of 200 kilo and you think that's heavy.
Yeah. But you can maneuver it like dead easy.
Yeah.
I swear my MT feels heavier.
Yeah. So I remember we was obviously at the time when John was storing his bike here, which obviously he had the MT-07 as well. And we was jigging around in the garage, like, trying to make room so we could, like, work on the bike. And I remember he pushed his MT and then pushed my bike and nearly pushed my bike over.
Yeah,
because he looked at me like, the fuck? That you just couldn't believe how light it is. Now, on paper, it's heavier.
Yeah.
But it's just, as we spoke about in
the car, balanced differently.
It's just the way the balance bikes, like, you could, like, the big BMW GSs, like I said in the car here, like, that they're weighty. But if you've ever sat on one, they're not. It's just the way, physics, I guess. The way that the design of bikes for the weight distribution is mental.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't believe that bike is 200 kilo the moment you sit on it. And when you ride it, it's unreal. Unreal. It's the first bike I've ever owned that has electronics on it.
Yeah.
And I understand why young kids damage themselves severely, because they go out and buy
a lot of power. Yeah.
They buy a super bike, jump on it, think they're the fucking bee's knees, hit a bend, and they've hit countless amount of bends because the bike's got that many programs, that many tilt sensors, lean angles, all of that jazz on it. They hit a bend and it takes them around, and they think, fucking hell, that was all right.
Yeah.
They do it again and it's all right. But they do it a third time, the bike don't do what they think it's going to do, and the binny.
Yeah.
I still remember the first time I went out on it. So I blindly brought it, meaning on the fact of the ZX10's always been my dream bike. But I was just one of them ones, like, price and stuff. It was sort of wait for the right one. And then I remember going in, seeing it, realising it was a special edition, but that it was price marked as a standard. So I had to buy it.
That's it. And you know me, I like a deal, my bro.
I had to buy it. Like the price difference from new, from my knowledge, if I can remember correctly, the standard ZX10 was 16.3, and the special edition was 19.9 or something. So there's a whole heap of big boy price difference there. And obviously it was out of a dealership, so it was second hand. But it didn't. It had 4,200 miles on it when I had it. And
engine's not even broken at that point.
It was owned by a female. So I have all the history of a female. It had a bar conversion on. Who the fucking hell buys a superbike that's a bar conversion on? Never.
There's some dumb shit that I'd do. That
from my knowledge, when I spoke to the dealership, they said that she was like an elderly lady, like in her 60s. So
maybe just had the love for bikes and was just like,
I reckon she had a big set of balls.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so like I say, when I went in and I viewed it, I didn't even test ride it. It was just that case of like, you know, I can finance this. The monthly payments are not that bad. I can withstand my life and get it. So thankfully the wife made me buy it.
I'm going to say, she's a big advocate of the bikes that you buy.
Yes. Still now, she keeps saying, you could fit more in here. No, I don't want to. I don't want to.
Nah.
I mean, you've seen it at times when there's like 7-8 bikes in the garage, and it's just like, I can't work on anything. No. We've all got to go outside. Oh, it's raining. I can't do no work.
And everybody brings their bikes here.
Yeah.
This is what we do. Your bill, I need a service.
Yeah.
So less.
Yeah, literally. And I just remember that one time I had 4 MT-07s in the garage. I had my Fireblade. I had I want to say it was an F900 BMW, big touring thing. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like you just couldn't move. Needed to do so. The 107 I had in at the time and the F900 was repairs in from an attempted theft. So I had to change the valve on one of the wheels, and that's quite a funny story as well. So the guy that owns it had searched everywhere because the valves on BMW wheels are weird. They're like bolt-on valves. I don't even know how to describe them. Like you put them on like you're putting a nut in a fairing piece. And searched everywhere, searched all eBay, you name it, we was looking. And we literally couldn't find this. It was like 40s, £50, £60, all the way up to like £90 just for this one valve, not a set, just one valve. And we was looking everywhere, and I sent him a few links. So like when I could find him at like £40, and just out of the blue, I just thought I'm just going to try a dealer for him because if you're paying these prices,
you might as well
offline,
go straight.
Go to the dealer, even if it's a tenner more. At least you know it's genuine. I remember phoning the dealership of the BMW one in Wolverhampton, and I phoned him, and he was like, "Yeah, we got him in stock." I was like, "Sweet, I'm on my way." And I phoned the guy. I said, "Listen, I have him in stock. I'm just going to go and buy one, regardless of the cost, because it's genuine. It's not going to be that much more than we found online." I remember getting there and I paid £8. £8 genuine from the dealer. And I remember speaking to the guy behind the desk, and I said to him, I cannot believe that. I said, I have searched for at least 2 weeks online, found up different small bike dealers and bike places that sell parts and stuff. But no one could get them for this cheap. And he even said to me, people don't go to dealers because everyone just has the idea that they're so expensive.
They normally are, though. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not we have this idea. You are a rip-off.
But it was literally, I remember coming back, phoning him. I was like, "Mate, I got one from the dealer. It was £8." And he was just like, What? He couldn't believe it. It cost £8 direct from BMW for a valve. Online, 40. But it's true. So if you want a part for your bike, what's the first thing you do? Google.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just Google. I don't know. I need new grips. Google, eBay. No one ever just thinks, phone a dealer. See what's there. No one does. No one. The only time you phone
even service kits. I'd rather get it from eBay and have it delivered.
Yeah.
To your house.
So your eBay basket just set to my address. Yeah. I've got deliveries coming on Wednesday.
Yeah, got to a point where you just had one after another delivery.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, something's coming. On Wednesday, something coming. You in, bro?
Yep, literally just having so many deliveries. I think I've had deliveries for everybody that I know's bikes.
100%. Because this is what's happening.
Yeah, I've even had times where I've had people message me and say, "Oh, bro, I'm so sorry, I forgot to change your address. I've got a parcel coming to your end." It's fuck all to do with a bike. It's just a fucking parcel because you've left your eBay account on fucking my address. It's ridiculous.
Standard.
But yeah, it is what it is. It's
that's just how we roll in it. You've got the bigger space, the tools, the knowledge, and we'll just come here. We have coffees, have some food, fix the bike, get out, get on a ride.
Well, that's the whole point.
That's the idea.
The new garage build.
Yeah,
the new garage build is it's a ball out ball. It's
going to be worth it.
A million.
Yeah.
This will be recorded in there.
Yeah.
So we'll have a nice
future recordings.
Yeah. We'll have a nice space for this. Going to have some form of man cave area, but that man cave area can be converted into this type of thing with extras.
Yeah.
I'll have a fully fledged garage in there with room for multiple bikes.
Yeah.
I mean, the irony is I always had a plan for a bigger garage, always, and I just put it off because I never needed it. And then it got to the point, like I said, that one time there was like 7 bikes in, and I just couldn't work in there, couldn't move, couldn't do anything. So it got to the point, I had the 7 bikes in. I remember just coming in the house. I said to them, I'm texting everyone, just come and get the bikes. I've had enough. I can't fucking move in my own garage. Fuck it all off. Sat there and I was like, you know what? Now's the time. So I rang a few lads. Lads, I need a chuck. I need to dig out a trench for the foundation of this new build. So got cracking. And the irony is, dug out the trench, had my concrete pour, had the foundation laid, started to erect the building, and every fucker took the bikes. So I went from 7 bikes in a garage to building a bigger garage to now having my bike.
Yeah.
So I've got a big ass garage being built right now for one bike. I mean, it's going to look fucking sick inside of it. Trust on its own.
Come biking season, them same 7 to 9 bikes are all coming back.
I literally couldn't believe it. Because I text everyone like, you need to come and move your bike because I cannot do anything in my shed. And so they all did. But I'd already started fucking building. Oh, mate. I remember literally the last time, because John's bike was obviously kept here permanently and then he sold it. And I just remember when because obviously I was out at the time when the guy came to view it and buy it. I remember coming back home, walking in my shed, just like looking around thinking, when I looked outside at the garage building, I'm like, fucking what a waste of money. That's a waste of money. And then obviously, slowly but surely, me and my brother, we built the roof on it. So now it's a building with no floor. So, but now the roof's on it and the walls are fully up, just waiting on the concrete pour, which the floor's ready for. And I mean, just standing in it now and you look around and you just think, fuck me, this is big.
Yeah.
Like, the one I have at the minute is quite big, but this one's fucking big. But I think the sheer size of it externally doesn't look that bad because half of it's masked via the one I have now. I think once it's up and all the contents get transferred from one to the other, once that one gets took down, you're going to look and think, holy fuck, it's massive.
Yeah.
Because at the minute, it looks relatively big, yes, but that's just off sheer height and a visual effect because it's at the back.
Yeah.
Where once the build at the minute is took down and you see the full width of it and the height of it, I think that's when it's going to hit you. Instead of walking and standing inside and seeing the size of it, looking at it, you're going to think, fucking hell, it's quite big. This is.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, but it's been a headache. It's been a fucking...
these type of things.
And I still remember you saying, it's been the worst thing you've ever done.
Yeah, trust me.
It'll be the worst thing you've ever done, but once it's done, you'll love it. You'll never do it again.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I don't think you understand how much money it costs if you're going to do a proper build.
Yeah.
Like you think, oh yeah, a couple of grand, I'll have that up. It's just not the case.
No.
And then you've got to get people in.
Yep.
Then they, for whatever reason, let you down, can't turn up, bad weather.
Yep.
And then we hit winter and everything stopped.
Yep.
So like, ain't nobody working.
Well, so when the original plan to build, I just had this thing, and I'm quite an independent person when it comes to stuff like on my own house. So I just had this thing. I've never done any type of building work in my life. Never. I was a painter and decorator, turned floor layer.
Yeah.
I can't fucking build anything to save my damn life. But I just had this thought in my head thinking, even if it took me a year, I'll have a go.
Yeah.
So I dug out the foundations myself. I had the floor, the foundations poured, and then the damp layer, I don't know what you call it. I remember just getting to that section and thinking, I don't even know how to mix concrete. Fuck this. So you passed me along the Bricky's name and number, got in contact with him, came down, quoted me all up, gave me a price, very good price. A few weeks later, he turned up at my house, and 3 days later, he was gone.
Yeah, build up.
And I sat there and just thought, fuck, I've just paid a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
I could have done that myself.
Yeah.
I couldn't have.
No.
Not a fucking chance. I would have probably
And you ain't paying for the time, you're paying for the knowledge of.
the knowledge
Do you know what I
and
mean?
the quality.
Yeah.
But I was still mesmerised when the build was first started. So I remember going out, do you want a drink? Never had a fucking drink in his fucking life from me. The whole time he was here, just refused to have a drink. Fuck knows why. But I know I'm not a scruff because I know how tradies work.
Yeah.
And I just remember coming in here, making a drink, turning around, and he was 3 layers up. And I just thought, how the fucking hell have you done that?
Yeah.
The way how fast it was built blew my mind. Blew my mind. But I said, once that was up, then he got to the roof. And yet again, me and my brother, it was the case of, fuck this. I just buy the materials and we wing it.
Yes, it's simple as that.
Winged it. And I've got somewhat of a roof on. It's not fully finished. I'd say about 80%. The roof's up. It's fully structurally sound. My fat ass has walked on it with my brother. It's not going anywhere. So it's up. It's all boarded. Just because of the bad weather, we just brought some cheap felt and just literally just chucked it over.
Yeah.
It's not fixed down. It is fixed down on the top, but it's just hanging off the sides because I plan on having the corrugated sheeting roof. So it was just get it up. And I remember having a friend come round that builds roofs to some form of extent. He's done all his own home and garage builds. And I remember him walking in, looking at me like he'd just seen a ghost and said to me, "You've screwed every noggin." I was like, "Well, so you do that." As I say, I'm not a carpenter. He was like, "Most people just use a nail gun and you've screwed like 4 screws in each noggin." He said, "I'm fucking impressed."
Yeah.
He said, "That ain't coming down ever."
Solid.
But it ain't, man. It's solid. But I fucked up a little bit because the one section is longer than the other. And I didn't put a joist in across the joint of the roof. And I remember the first time I stood on that roof before I put a joist in, oh no, fucking shit myself. Stand on it and the fucking roof goes, "Where are you going?"
Yeah.
Oh mate. I stood on it, I looked at my brother. My brother's a skinny bastard. And I looked at him and I thought, "Yeah, I shouldn't be up here, you know." As soon as he left my house that night, he was like, "I'll be back tomorrow to crack on." I was fucking in there, mate. Cut down a joist, fucking fix that roof together. I thought, nah, I ain't walking on that. As soon as I put that joist in, got shot, the difference was mental.
Yeah, I bet.
Mental. But it was hard. I had to get some, I don't even know the name of the things that hold the fucking...
Yeah, the props.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to get some adjustable ones of them, put it on the roof inside and crank the one up so it pushed it and then crank the other one to push it a bit more and so on and so forth to get it up.
Yeah.
And I had to get the beam in so far in and then start fucking whacking it. Oh, mate, it was...
I brought all this to store a motorbike.
One more.
That's currently in a place that's dry, that's looked after.
Not
fine.
got any.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
I mean, I was saying to her the other day, I was like, I need to move it, obviously, because there's some leaks in the garage I have at the minute. which they've just got worse over the years. It was never a permanent build. We got built in lockdown.
Yeah.
Thankfully, just before all materials fucking went through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, my brother that passed away, he's obviously lived around the corner and lockdown, but he was one of them. He'd come around every day. And I just remember saying to him, fuck, so we just build a garage, like. So I literally, like I say, my garden just looked like a building, so a timber yard. And we just went cracking, just started building. Like, there was no plan. There was, from start to finish, every day was just wing it today and have a go. And it's obviously a few years in, started to discover a few leaks here and there. And obviously it's been up like 7 or 8 years now. I've tried to combat the leaks, but I fix one and another one appears. So it's just a case of, look, it's too late now. Like, so I need to basically hurry up and get this one built so I can dismantle it.
Of course, yeah.
But even though I've got leaks in there, never had mold, never had nothing on my bike, nothing.
Well, it was the last couple of years that we couldn't have done half the stuff we've done with Eddie.
No, it's unreal.
The amount of work that's happened to bikes in that shed.
Yeah.
Unreal.
It's crazy. It is crazy when you think about it.
Even down to having to strip the engine down, the new shims in the MT, after you almost blew it up.
No, 3 times. blew 7 out of 8 valves, shims at the time. I still remember that as well, all because I brought the Heeltech quick shifter and didn't realise.
Didn't adjust it?
No, because I didn't realise to do a Wi-Fi model and a fucking Bluetooth model. And I still remember the day we was going.
Was it you and Ray, wasn't it?
Yeah, we was going down. I don't know the actual. I think it's the 41. But we was going down, and I was giving it some. And then I just remember it just. I overtook this lorry, and as I overtook it, there's like a divot in the road. And as I hit this divot, it just went bang. I thought, the fuck was that? And given its due, I've probably travelled another 10 miles. And we're just pulling up into this small village. And there's like a small island you can cross over and you come towards the A5. And as I approached the small island, the bike just fucking died. And I was like, yeah, this is a fucked, I think. So I remember pulling over into like this side estate. And we pulled over. The bike could start, but fuck me, it sounded like someone just did the toolbox in the engine. And
I just remember sitting at home and all of a sudden FaceTime. Really cool. I was like, oh, what's going on? Answering, you're like, bro, I blew the bike up. FaceTime. I was like, yo, what's that?
Yeah.
Sounds like a box of fucking tools or something.
He was fucked.
Yeah.
And then I remember phoning my mate from up that way, who I know we've got a bike trail. I phoned him and he was like, oh, I'll come, because we was on our way to bike meet to Montford, and he was there. So like he rode to me, who also has an MT-07, not realising, pulled up, sat there, he had a listen. On the side of the road, I tried cam chain adjusting it and everything on the side of the road, thinking maybe the cam chain had come a bit loose or whatever. Tried everything, the rat was still there. Ray was saying to me from the get-go, he's like, your shims sound like them fucking battered. So, yeah. And then James said to me, he was like, what actually happened? So I explained to him, I was like, it's full shifted. I know it's full shifted because I couldn't adjust the sensitivity of the quick shifter. As I've hit that divot in the road, it's just falsely shifted. But when you're in 6th gear, giving it a bit of beans, it's boom.
Yeah.
Your engine's cut off. It may cut off for a millisecond, but that millisecond slam is a whole heap of problems. And then he looked at me and he went, why don't you adjust it? I was like, because I just couldn't get it to connect. I said, look, and I remember showing him on Bluetooth, and he looked at me and he went, check your Wi-Fi. And I didn't even check it. I just remember looking at him saying, I'll throw you across this fucking road in a minute. I'll fucking throw you. And then I remember taking off my seat cowl, and it literally says W, the W to stand for the Wi-Fi symbol. I was like, surely fucking not. Turn the ignition on, opens my Wi-Fi,
Connected.
You motherfucker. I remember coming back home that same day, get in the van, bringing the bike back, and then like Ray was saying to me, oh, I'll have a go on the weekend. So I just couldn't rest. But I've got videos and pictures of me. It's like 1:30 in the morning. And my engine's on the floor.
Oh.
Fucked it. I couldn't get the bottom mount out, so the fucking frame was just floating in the air. The engine's on the floor at the front. It was the most jankiest thing ever. I remember sitting down and we checked all the fucking valves, and I had 1 out of 8 that was okay. 7 of them was fucked. And the worst part of it all, it happened on a bank holiday. I remember phoning around everywhere trying to buy these shims, trying everywhere. But I found a guy on eBay, found his website, then messaged him directly, and he made them. He made them for me. And then to come find out that Ray had measured them completely wrong, which I'm very thankful for, because when I first searched for the shims, I went directly to Yamaha and it was going to cost me about 180 quid just for 7 shims. And there was wrong because he'd measured them wrong. He hadn't turned the crank around. He'd measured them from the bottom or something. Fuck me. And look at it, the guy I brought them off that made them, there was like 12 quid. So when they come and we realised that when we fitted them and they were still wrong, you measured them wrong. And then he realised what he'd done. And I was like, thank fuck I didn't buy them from Yamaha, because that would have been
an expensive ass mistake.
Just for little fucking tiny ass.
Ray, you nearly owed some money.
Literally, there was like fucking. Everyone will know what a shim is. If not, just have a Google. They're literally tiny fucking steel file. I don't even have the steel on it. Put them tiny. Like, just know if you spend £180 and they get posted through your letterbox, you fucked up.
Yeah,
you fucked up. Oh, fucking! It could be me and my Fireblade and my Pro bolts.
Yeah.
Just remember spending just over £1,500
on gold bolts
and gold titanium bolts. Telling the wife, and she's like, "Okay." When the Jew told her, I still remember the look on her face when she walked in the bedroom with a box that got posted through my letterbox. She walked in, £1,500 for this.
With the box of bolts, baby.
For a box of bolts that literally went on a boat than 200 miles in 2 years, and
then sold it.
Fucking idiot. And I left the bolts on it. Yeah. That bike's out here somewhere.
I still remember going, bro, change the bolt. You've got the originals now, can't be arsed. I'm like, the £1,500 can't be arsed. Give me the screwdriver. I'll take the results.
The bike was sold out of Wolverhampton, all spares. So it's someone out there.
Someone's watching this video, hopefully, and going, yo, are you talking about my bike? Yeah. Yo, these Pro bolts.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't got no another country type of bolts. I ain't going to say it. You got real deal bolts.
I'll say from the
Chinese bolts. These ain't AliExpress, my bro.
Nah, these
are the real deals.
Bolts. Yes. Yeah.
Mad.
I went mental on Pro bolts at the stage. If someone out here has got them, just look at the front caliper bolts. The pinch bolts at the back of the bolts. You can't even fucking see them unless you get on the floor.
Yeah.
There was £80 aside for 3 bolts that you cannot see. Then I had engine bolts, the engine casing. I brought the fairing bolts, but I never used them because they looked like Temu bolts. Because I want to say that there was Ali, and it was like a matte finish gold. It just looked shit. I made everything was Pro Bolt, rear sets, exhaust hanger, clutch and brake, fucking holders on the bars, bar end bolts. Everything was fucking Pro Bolt gold.
Yeah.
Sprocket, disc bolts, you know what I mean, clamp bolts on your top yoke and middle. There was all just Pro Bolts.
Yeah.
Stupid amount of money. Stupid. But it's quite funny because I took them off the first time I lifted up for sale. Just stripped the bike.
Yeah, then you were about keeping the bike and then put them all back in.
Put them all back on and then sold it.
Nice.
And I actually sold it and I fucking left them on. I just thought, fuck it. I wouldn't have got no more money, less money if there was on or off.
No, I know. But selling them, you'd have definitely made some cash. But then I suppose someone's not going to give you that level of money back for some bolts.
No, the fuck.
I mean,
and it's a very precise bike because they're made for your bike. Obviously, I know they'll fit all the models. And stuff like that.
Sometimes they're gone now.
Fuck it, it's gone, man. It's gone. But I've done the same with my. I had the 09. I brought 09. I brought a fairing kit for the 09, a few other ones. That was the biggest piece of shit I ever owned in my life. Never won another 09 in my life. So
I'm still a fan, but I'll read all the reviews going, stay clear of an 09. If you're going to go from an 07, just get to the 10. I get it.
I also cut something controversial, but the 09's made for females or a man with no balls. So, that's what the 09's designed for. It's that middle basis of, you want to be a hooligan kid on an 07, which that was me at the time when I had my 07, you and everyone else. Or you want to be a grown-ass man with some big balls and might die today because the bike might kick you the fuck off. Get a 10. You don't need the 9, man.
Yeah.
What's the 9 for? It sounds nice. You're distinctive as shit. You could be anywhere. The moment you hear that fucking cross-playing free, you're like, that's a fucking 09. But yeah, again, you hear a 10, it's a 10. You hear a 7, it's a 7. Like the MT range noises are just spectacular.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it's funny because we was only talking about all the different bikes. One the other day we was talking about all the different bikes we'd had over the years, what got us into biking.
Yeah.
And funny enough, and I'll tell you a story in a minute because me and Daz was talking about something last night, which I'll talk to you about because I think we might even do it this year. But I remember because I'm forever talking about my bike. I can be at work and everyone's rolling their eyes like he's pulled his bike again.
Yeah.
It's just a constant thing. It's almost like the minute you become a biker, everything's about bikes.
Yeah.
I don't know any other hobby that's the same. You can be a car person and just quietly work on your car. You can be a gym goer, quietly do the gym, whatever. Bikers just feel the need to go, you ever see my picture of my bike?
Yeah.
You ever see my bike?
100%.
You're going to buy this for my bike?
I do it in the gym.
Do you know what I mean? It's a constant bike talk, but I still remember, we can get into the story in a minute about how we got our bike license for all those on 125s looking to move up. I'm sure our stories are the same, but I still say in some aspects, the most fun I've ever had was on my 125. In some aspects. Don't get me wrong. My bigger bikes, you get faster, you do more things, you go further afield, all that other good stuff. But there was a story that I remember, and I think I'll forever tell this story. And it's probably, I'm going to tell you a story, it's probably not even funny to anybody else. But to me, it was hilarious. Imagine, right?
I know where.
Yeah, imagine, right? So I'm on a 125 and I'm on a Suzuki DR 125 SM supermodel thing, which has got a different story to it, and I'll go in that in a bit. But we went to the Raven, right? And there's me, one mate on a ZZR 1100, and then the other mate on a Gixxer 600. And I think I've told you a story before, but I can remember it's coming back from the Raven. We're on our way back. And my two mates are forever going on, more bikes faster, I'm a better rider, blah, blah, blah. So obviously the ZZR on a straight line is always going to win, standardly, right? But the other lad was like, yeah, we'll have a rolling race. That's it. No, I'm way behind. I'm on this 125, 62 mile an hour line down. I'm going nowhere. Tell me I'm going nowhere. So I'm like I say to you now sometimes, I know where we're going, I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
And so I'm tootling, and I can get over this little bridge bit on the way back to Wolverhampton from the Raven. And I can see them side by side, this black Gixxer and this silver ZZR, and I can see the one lad doing a countdown. So I already know they're doing a rolling countdown and we'll take off. And I'm flat out. And I've gone over this bridge. And as I've gone over the bridge, I've just took over both of them. And I swear to God, you'd have thought that had just gone, oh, bless him. Do you know what I mean? I'm on a 125. Like, oh, bless him. Nah, they've panicked and gone, yo, what the fuck? Geared, fucked the countdown and just took off and took past me. Bro. And bear in mind, when I've gone around them, I'm lying down, my legs are sticking out the back.
Yeah.
Like I'm Superman in this bike. And then I'm crying of laughter. Like I can't control the laughter because they're A, going past them, B, their face.
Yeah. And
then they took off. I'm nearly enough pulling over. I can't control this hysterical laughter of me doing just a 600 and a ZZR 1100. I swear to God, the rest of the journey, it didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I would have quite happily done it in 40 mile an hour. Well, I was crying.
So before, because obviously we went through a stage, everyone got 07s, said to everyone.
Yeah.
I wanted everyone to buy a Grom.
Yeah.
Mate, I still to this day, I'll put as much money as anyone wants.
Honda Grom, man.
The laughs we would all have. I still remember having mine. It's when you ride the Grom, especially like when you've had super bikes and bigger bikes, if it's super or whatever, you get on a Grom and you genuinely feel like you're doing something illegal. Like I still remember to this day riding my bike. It was only round the corner. And as I've approached a set of traffic lights, there's a cop car coming the opposite way. And I still remember looking at the cop like, oh, fuck, he's going to chase me. Then realised
I'm fully legal.
I'm legal. I mean, at the time, I was probably, I was a heifer. So I was probably like 22 stone, 6'2", on 100 gram.
Deep.
Oh, no, that copper would have just giggled. He couldn't give a shit. And then the best one of it is so I had it. I then wrapped it Repsol orange, stunted it out, fitted a handbrake, 12 bar, stunt pegs, stuff like that. Made it into a stunt bike. And then tried to get my wife into riding. So, yeah, again, I've got pictures of the build. I built it, removed all the wrap, put all new fairings on it, basically rebuilt it from the ground up, removed the engine, cleaned all the frame, swing arm, all of that jazz, new bearings, the lot. Painted it, all the rear sets, the calipers pink, everything.
I remember.
It was like purple and pink.
Yeah.
A woman's dream little fucking bike. Until this guy had to ride it all the way from my address to the test centre so she could do a CBT. And I still remember I was one turning away from the test centre. And as I pulled up at the set of lights, my wife's behind me in the car. And I remember looking to the left and there was a work van of 3 blokes. And all 3 blokes have looked. I must have definitely thought I was a woman. And I've just slid my tinted visor and gone, oh! That is all
For the viewers, right? He's what, 6'2"?
Yeah.
At the time, what, 20 stone?
Yeah.
On 100 gram. If you don't know 100 gram, Google it now. Cause
yeah. It was,
and it was pink and purple.
It was pink and purple.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was. And I still, honestly, it was at them times where I had cameras all over the gaff that was fixated to my bikes. That day I just never had one. And I just their face, I can still see their faces.
Yeah.
It was just like the way they looked. And it was like, oh, look at this bear here. And as I've looked out the fucking thing and I've just looked at him, the face was like, oh, fuck. It was so funny. And then I remember she come back from a test, CBT test training, whatever you want to call it. She come back and she was like, because obviously I knew the instructor, she got away with most of the stuff. So when there was questioning like the group of like questions, the instructor basically said to her, can you just like, let these at least attempt to answer the questions? Because she knew it all type of thing through obviously being my wife.
Yeah.
And then I remember she come back, she was well happy, insured the bike and everything for her to get out and whatnot. The next day, took her up to Wolverhampton, me not realising Wolverhampton City is just traffic central, multiple lanes, confusing as shit. Now, bearing in mind, she can drive. She's got a license. She can drive a car. It's completely different on a bike. And I remember we approached the section and it was like temporary lights at the time. And natural thing, I'm just going to filter. It wasn't until I got to the front and she pulled up next to me that I realised I've just forced this fucking new rider to just filter a whole heap of traffic with me. We went to the bike store to go and pick up some parts. Then we went to visit Ray. And we got back home and she fucking hated it. And she's never ridden ever since. And it probably took me, I want to say, because I took my time with it, it took me about 3 months to build this Grom. Because it, like I say, somewhere I'll post a photo of it and you'll see that it was very detailed. Like even the caps for the fluids, like they was all pink. Like I went in depth with this bike. It took me so long, and she literally done a CBT.
Had one ride out.
Went to Wolverhampton, came back home, and was like, "Fuck, this ain't for me. It's not for me." And now, many years on, she's now saying, "I might do my bike test." Piss off.
Yeah.
Piss off.
Piss off.
So yeah,
Just sell the Grom.
But yeah,
it's mad. So, funny enough, I get talking about bikes again. Obviously, 'cause that's what we're talking about. I remember that same Suzuki. So let me tell you why I bought it in the first place. Bearing in mind, my old man growing up was dead against motorbikes.
Yeah.
More so, people in the family had died off them many, many years ago. as to most people's reasons for not
yeah.
liking motorbikes.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the amount of times someone said to me, "Oh, you ride a motorbike?" I used to have a motorbike friend, and then it's all about someone dying on a motorbike.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane how many times people think, and they think that the first story you want to hear about is a friend dying on a motorbike.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, cheers, man.
But actually, statistically, more people die in cars, but whatever.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. Anyway, so my dad was dead against it growing up, and I learned to ride on a KLX. Is it Kawasaki? KLX Big Wheel 80.
Yeah. Some old school off-road.
Scrammy thingy. And we used to ride up and down the old railway tracks and stuff. So like, I used to do that when I was at school. So that's when I'd learned. And we had old chicken chasers and all these little 50
C90s.
Yeah, like a little beast. So as a kid, towaway, I learned to ride by just doing naughty things, right? And then I've obviously got my wife. We bought a house. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm at home now. Like, I'm at my own place to get a motorbike. My wife's like, no, you ain't.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no motorbike. I don't want you riding motorbikes. I'm like, no, I'm starting this again. Anyway, we got a caravan. We're down and we've got like a holiday home thing. Bunch of our mates around there, all the kids growing up there. And they all had Scrammies. So they was all doing lanes and like off and on roads, KTMs, Suzuki's, whatever. So me and my other mate were like, oh, we just done our CBT. We could go and get a little something. So the first bike I bought was some Keyway thing because I just needed a bike. I know. At the time, I didn't have very much money. Yeah. So take note, I'm in Welshpool. I find this Keyway 125 thing in Solihull way. So we drive back from there to Solihull, buy this bike, tow it back. I'm insuring it in the car, gassed. I got my first motorbike, in theory.
Yeah.
Brand new, or almost brand new. It probably cost me 700 quid. Like, not a fat lot of money. Probably cost me more to insure it. And
first bike syndrome. 2,500 quid.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
And then I'm trying to take it down some lanes. We do a light off-roading, right? And I'm not saying we're going down these mad lanes. Light off-roading. Anyway, we go up and we're blocked. We can't get down this lane, so we turn around. As I turn around and go to take off, the chain just snaps. Bro, snaps. Writes all the casing off. Like, literally obliterates it. I'm like, yo, I've had this like 5 hours. And he told me he's put a new chain on it. So I call, I get on the phone to him.
He's put the split link on.
Correct. I get on the phone to him. I'm like, this has happened. Here's the pictures, blah, blah, blah. Bless him and fair play to him. He's like, bring the bike back. I'll give you a full refund. I'm like, I'm on my way. So we go back from Welshpool in Wales. If anybody knows where that is, it's a bit of a journey. To go all the way to Solihull, drop his bike off, get it out, has a look. And he admits it. He's like, yeah, I fitted the chain. I've clearly done something wrong. I'm like, yeah, I think. Full refund and off we bounce.
So it's some private seller.
Yeah. Just some Donny around some garages. Like, fair play to him. He owned.
Because the
fuck
people
up.
will be like, fuck.
Yeah. I've had this 24 hours by the time I've got it back to him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the next bike I bought was this Suzuki DR SM. I was like, right, this looks scrammy-like in a budget that I've got. Keeps it on and off road, but it's got two 17-inch wheels because it's a supermoto. Not this fits a bit better with these other scrammy.
Yeah.
Bro, tell me why, I've had the idea to go and put some knobblies on this bike. Not only is it the hardest thing to get knobblies for these wheels, because obviously an off-roader's got, 19 fronts, 21s back.
Yeah.
And this thing's got 17s front and back. I ain't got the money to buy new wheels. Huh? Someone light's just gone out.
See if I can walk through here and you could still hear me talking.
We're just trying to get a new light. I'll get our light working. I'm gonna keep talking anyway. Because we're gonna plug this bad boy in. But so 17s front and back. Knobblies. Anyway, we find this guy that can get them and fit it for me. I'm like, yes, say less. So he gets, I take it around his house, or he's like his garage thing, and I put these knobblies on. Now we're looking for a plug, and we're not got a plug.
What bit of plug behind you? Yep. There's a plug. You ain't getting no more janky than this.
Gang.
We're back.
So yeah, so I go and have these 17. That's the nature of filming live. This is what you do. Yeah, so I go and put these knobblies on these 17s. Drive off. I'm already like drive off or ride off, and I'm already like feeling a bit weird on the road now because I know I'm on knobblies. But to be fair, I did it, and we went back to Welshpool and we went round like Rayada, past the dams, and to be fair, this bike played the game. Yeah, obviously the other lads were way more agile. They could get around it, but I was keeping up. I was with them. We get on the road, gone. My other mate had a DT 125. Obviously, he's took off. I'm still on my 70s. So once this has happened a few times, my wife's got comfortable with me riding the bike now because I'm back and forth to the caravan, whatever. So then I get home. This is not for me. I'm going to put my road tyres back on. And then of a Sunday, I decide to start riding to work. I was like, all right. And I convinced her, I'm a good salesman like this. I convince her it's Sunday, no traffic on the road. I'll get to and from work. I know, my bro. But I'll get to and from. She weren't driving at the time. So the understanding of traffic is not part of the discussion.
There's no traffic on
She's
the
like,
Sunday.
well, he knows, he drives.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no traffic. I'll get to and from work.
Sorry, Emma.
Way quicker. Way quicker. So then obviously Sunday, and I'm riding around. And now it's just, that's what I do now. I just ride to work and I'm different days of the week. And then now I know I'm in bike territory. And then lockdown hits. I'm like, you know what? It's time to do my full license. What a perfect time.
Yeah.
Bike lessons were still available because you was in a helmet on your own. And shout out to Craig Street at Street Riders in Brown Hills, because to be fair, the best guy I could have ever met, still is to this day, a good friend of mine, top guy, really took care of me through and probably within 2 or 3 months I'd passed by, I think it was July 2021 or something.
Yeah.
And then I went and bought a phaser. That was my first bike. The idea was to go to Scotland on a phaser, and that never happened. So we sold that. No, I swapped that. Did I swap that? I swapped that for that CBR. That blue CBR. And that's when we just met around them times, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because I remember I got this CBR and you was like, why have you swapped it for this?
Yeah.
And that was a headache in itself.
It was a whole heap of problems.
That was like my first entry into a kind of sports bike. It was a sports tourer, wasn't it?
Sports, class as a sports tourer.
Then you had the ER6N.
Yes.
I left my...
Oh, I seen one. Where did I go? Oh, the All Bikes Horse Bears in Wolverhampton. I went in there the other day to go and buy my oil and stuff for my ZX, and there's an orange ER6 in there.
Is there?
Literally
same shape as the one I had?
Exactly the same.
Never.
I clocked it and I went, oh shit, it looks like Paul's old bike. And I remember saying that's exactly.
But that's where you've been a bad influence or a good influence on certain, because bear in mind that CBR, the reason, so I took your ER6, because you had a black and green one, didn't you?
Yes.
And we was doing some work on my CBR, and I can't remember. I don't know if it was the
brake discs.
Could have been the brake discs, and I'd ordered some.
Yeah,
we realised they were slightly warped.
Yeah.
So I ordered some, and then come. So it was in bits. He was like, "Oh, take my ER home." I was like, "Are you sure? It's your bike, bro." I take it home. I get home. I ring you. I'm like, "I need one of these. This is an animal of a bike." So I sell my CBR. I then go and we find an orange one. So me, you, and Ray go and get the orange ER6N.
Yeah.
Ride that for a bit. Come off that one. On gravel. I blew on my shoulder out. And then we fixed that up, got it back on the road, blah, blah, blah. And then you'd sold yours. And there was just something about this bike that I just didn't like.
Yeah.
Like, it was my first naked bike so I loved it riding yours.
Yeah.
But I just remember thinking, this bike ain't the one, it don't fit, don't handle very well. It's a bit, meh.
Yeah.
So then I sold that and bought the Jigsaw.
There's a funny story about your R6M with a photo as well. You got a photo where you were Church Island, and it's taken from like the back right of your bike. Now, if the photographer was on the opposite side, he'd realise you had no fairing because it was all smashed.
Oh yeah, it was missing on the left hand side. I remember.
I remember when we.
It was like the radiator cheek or something on the round side, completely battered.
I still remember literally when we brought the photos off PWP. I remember sending it to you and saying, "You can't even see that you crashed." You had no sign on the bike. It was ghetto as shit. Yeah,
that was funny. That was.
But I've convinced everyone to buy a lot of bikes.
Yeah.
A lot of people, my brother's now looking at a ZX10. But what people don't, as you clearly have found out, like people ride my bikes and then they go, I want one of these. And then they go buy one. Mine are never stock.
No.
They're never stock. So, like my 07, that, I don't only know more like, but as you know yourself, it was mapped up to its eyeballs.
Yeah.
Had quick shifter,
Yeah.
blipper,
Had everything on it.
extended bars,
Yeah.
full systems, shim change 3 times because blew the headers. And
Yeah.
like it had the whole shebang. And then I remember John going and buying his, and he just looked at me like, "This is a piece of shit."
Yeah.
You know, shit. I got all the suspension upgrades, fucking engine upgrades.
Everything.
You're not going to get the same bike. But then I remember, I had it all mapped and stuff, and we done that little pull diary.
Yeah.
And it was like my map, like eliminated top speed, but it had the torque in the middle.
Yeah.
Because we had done the drag, and there was no difference until we hit mid range, and then we hit top end, and you just took me. And I'm like,
same bike, same engine.
The fuck have I paid for?
How am I?
I'm losing speed.
Yeah.
Then we realised that the kick in the middle was unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. Like you third and fourth on a private road, you could pop a wheelie. It was unreal.
I gotta say, I love my MT. Like my Gixxer 600 was probably my best bike in certain ways.
Yeah.
I loved it. I always wanted a super sport, and it was a mint bike. Made it look the bollocks anyway, and it was absolutely immaculate. And to be fair, I sold that to a lad who's become a friend, which I suppose is like the biking community. If you find somebody, he's bought it, and I only sold it to get an MT because we came back from the photographer's gaff,
and I gave him,
and he was like, "Oh, you ride my MT? I'll ride your Gixxer." I was like, "Yeah, okay." Lo and behold, I get back.
Spanked that fucking bike.
No.
Absolutely spanked its ass, man. I still remember. I still got a screenshot of the times. He was silly.
Not condoling speed, ladies and gentlemen, but he definitely got home pretty quick.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Gixxer got opened up.
Yeah,
but it was a stunning bike, man.
Yeah,
and even to this day, I almost regret selling it. I wish I could have kept the two, but I've got no reason for 2 bikes. Blah blah blah. And I think like most people are getting to biking, you just chop and change your bike. Because that's the point. Is let me get different styles, versions until I find my thing. And then I remember us buying the MT. I can't remember where we went now. Nottingham or Derby or something like that.
Right back in that pissing down rain.
Yeah.
I'm good in them lanes with the fucking temporary lights.
Yeah.
And I'm here trying to avoid the big potholes because I know I'm spraying you because you're behind me.
Yeah, it was horrible. And then when we got local, rain, there's no rain.
Yeah, no rain.
Like, fucking sun now.
Yep. But you was already fucked.
Yeah.
And then the joke of it is, you'd just gone, brought this new bike, came home, dropped it in my garage, and went, "See you later, I'm going on holiday for 2 weeks."
Yeah, literally. And ordered loads of stuff. I was like, bro, the bar end mirrors are coming.
Bar end mirrors, bars,
new bars,
full service kit,
yeah,
brakes, like
the whole 9.
Yeah.
And then you and your missus did my sticker kit, the wheels. So I came back. Where did I go? Turkey. I've been going to Turkey with the family for a week.
Yes.
Came back to a completely, totally different bike again.
A bike that you didn't buy.
Looking flames. And to be fair, I've spent some strong money on it, but in another fashion, the MT is my favourite bike again.
Yeah.
Because it handles incredibly. And there's a lot of a lot of people slate the MT-07s.
Yeah.
They'll call them hooligan bikes. Yeah, I get it. Because a lot of young kids buy them, or the stunt riders, the wheelies, they're wheelie super easy. Not that I wheelie, you do. But I appreciate that they're wheelie super easy.
Yeah.
And even now I'm in 2 minds. We were only just talking in the car about the Gixxer 8R that I'm considering. And it's more from I love my sports bike, but in the little journeys we do to the cafes and to bike meets and whatever, I don't know, I just didn't feel like it was me. I love the look, I love the feel, but I'm 5'8", and I feel like you need to be at least 6 foot to ride a sports bike comfortably.
Yeah.
You just need to have a bit of size about you. And everybody I see riding sports bikes comfortably are tall lads.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I love my MT, but it's time for a change.
And ironically enough, MotoGP riders and dwarfs.
No, and I get that. Yeah, no, I get that. They're fully trained differently.
But our road bikes don't have 1,000,001 fucking electronics.
Do you know what I mean? They're upgraded in that level.
Yeah.
So now I'm in 2 minds. Obviously, bike season will kick off in 2 months, thereabouts.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, do I just get my bike out, sell it, and go invest in the GSX-R 8R?
SR8R.
If anybody's watching this and you got one, tell me about it. But I favour the blue one.
Yeah.
But more so because it's a sports bike looking bike, but with an upright seating position, and it kind of tickles my fancy. So who knows? I might continue. I might see this season out with my MT. I might look at getting an 8R.
Looking at it, it reminds me of a skinny version. It looks like if the ZZR went on Manjaro.
The ZZR went on Manjaro.
That's what the 8R looks like.
Yeah.
It literally. No, I was trying to think back. When I was looking, I was saying he got the stripes on the side.
Yeah.
ZZR.
And funny enough, though, all the new bikes, new sports bikes anyway, have all got really short, like really small tails on the back.
Yes.
So you got this one seat and this tiny little nothing seat.
Yeah, it's stupid. I still remember, obviously, where I bought my bike from. Obviously, I still use them regularly. It's where I buy all my bike parts from. And we still laugh about it to this day. And I've owned it, I'm not too sure now, probably about 7 or 8 months.
Yeah, something like that.
But I still laugh about it today. Every time I go in, they say, "Oh, how's the bike? Have you been on it, bro?" Stuff like that. And I still, to this day, would take the piss out of the rear seat. But you take the rear seat off, it's just a subframe.
It's just nothing.
Just fix it to the fucking bike then.
Yeah.
Like, why
it's mad.
Why do I need to remove it? Like, I don't know who the fuck's sitting on them.
You can't possibly be. You're not buying that type of bike to two up on it.
No. I mean, I've took my wife on mine.
Yeah, for sure.
But, like, I ain't got a seat, so it's just my problem.
Yeah.
My seat is mint.
You want to come with me? Yeah. That's where you're sitting. You ain't got an option.
Yeah, my seat's mint, so, you got that little fucking G string on the back if you want to sit down.
Yeah.
Other than that, hold the fuck on because you're going.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I won't twos up. I'm just not a fan of having someone else's life in my hands. That's just not my bag.
Yeah.
So, as much as my kids every couple of summers will go, Dad, I'd like to ride out with you, like on the back. And I might, but I just don't trust. I don't trust other people. That's my beef.
Always other people.
I don't trust the roads. So my life's in my hands. If I mess up, that's a me problem.
Yeah.
But if I've got my kids on the back, my wife on the back, or someone else, like they have got no control, and that plays in my head.
Yeah.
So I'm just not. My insurance is not even on a pillion. Yeah, I just don't want it.
I see. I'll pillion anyone. Like pillion for me, it don't bother me. It don't bother me. But I've had some close calls with my wife where it's just yet again it's other people.
Yeah.
I fucked up once. Myself, but all the other times, like I've had cars. I've got it on video. Like we're going down the road, it's car in front, and then there's no indication, no brake lights, and then all of a sudden there's brake lights and a turn, and it's like, come on, like, use your brain, mate.
Yeah.
The bikes are not quiet. They're rather loud. It's a nice sunny day. You got a clear view of me in your mirror. Like, use a bit of common sense and look in at least one mirror and you'd see me.
Well, the joke is, if you look at anybody again that follows us and looks at our pictures and all that type of stuff, it ain't very often that we're all dressed all in black and it's the middle of the night. And you could argue there's a chance you may not have seen me.
Yeah.
You know, we're in bright greens, yellows, blues, oranges. Like, we're in colours. We customise our hoodies. Our bikes look flamboyant.
Yeah.
There's no reason you can't. And we've got the biggest exhaust we can possibly buy with no baffles.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't see us, you can absolutely hear us.
Yeah.
And yet they'll still go, didn't see, mate.
Yeah. Well, so I've always had colourful bikes, as you know. Yellow Jigsaw, red Fireblade, fucking white MT, purple MT. Now you're dead. Nice. Do you reckon I've got another plug? Do you reckon it'll reach? I don't know.
How's it look?
It don't actually look that bad, to be fair.
It's crack on. The light's gone out, so if you're watching this, my light's dead. It is what it is.
Get an extension for next time.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking lost train of thought now. Don't know what the fuck I was on about. The light turning off's fucked me up.
What was we on about now?
I don't fucking know.
Different coloured bikes.
Oh yeah, my
Fireblade.
So I had white MT-07, I've had a purple MT-07, then obviously my 07, which I just had how many wraps on it. I had like 2 wraps over it. Well, no, I had 3, but two full body, 1 that wore, and then, like you say, the amount of people that pull out on you, I don't see you. How do you not see me? Bike's yellow, I'm dressed in yellow. Bike's red, I'm dressed in red. Bike's white, I've got fucking flamboyant fluo stuff on me.
Yeah.
Bike's purple, I've still got like fucking flamboyant, like chrome purple all over me. There's some, my ZX is just black now.
Yeah.
You're going to pull out on me anyway. Look.
Yeah. What's the difference?
Yeah.
I could be a luminous pink and you're still claiming, don't see, mate.
Yeah. Well, like, obviously the bike's got like essence of like Kawasaki green on it. So my helmet's got that on too. So that's the only colour I have on my stuff now because it's just, you're going to pull out on me. You're going to pull out.
Simple as that.
There's nothing you can do to prevent and stop this shit. So, yeah. But I get what you mean. Like, I know a lot of people that are just hesitant. Like me, I won't get on the back of someone's bike for a journey, but I would from here to yours.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Even though bikes them fast anyway, so I could reach 100 miles an hour before the end of the road. That most people could on any super sports bike. But it's just that thought process of like, if I'm getting on the back, you've got some sort of common sense not to be a dickhead on this type of road.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, but long distances, I could never do a long distance run with anyone. Like, and
I want to ride. That's the point.
Yeah,
I love riding.
Well, once you've rid for so long, it's a fucking scary thought. But like I say, now I'll take anyone on mine, and I've never had no one get off my bike other than my little brother, like shit himself.
Yeah.
But everyone else, like that's my little brother. I can terrorise him.
Yeah.
What I'm there for. Yeah. But like,
I know you've said it to me before. You've gone, bro, I'll take you home. I've gone, no. And you're like, no. I'll do the speed limit.
Yeah,
like, no problem.
I'll do under the speed limit.
Yeah.
I've done it before. Like I say, I took a friend to go and pick up a Suzuki. I want to say Inzuma 250. It's like a weird looking chopper bike thing. But I remember taking him, and the day before he's messaging me and he's saying to me, he's like, I'm shitting myself, I'm nervous, all of this stuff. And I said to him, well, I don't ever want anyone to ever dislike bikes.
Yeah, for sure.
So if I've got the control to make you dislike them, trust me, I'm not going to make you dislike them. And like I say, I remember I literally took him out and I drove from here to where I need to collect the bike with him. It was probably about an hour and 20 minutes away. I rolled all the way there at the speed limit, under the speed limit. We pulls up and he's like, you could have gone faster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do that. Like, for one, you've said to me for a whole day prior, like, that you're scared and you're nervous. Like, you're here in one piece, you're going to get a new bike now.
Yeah.
You're on top of the moon, like.
Yeah.
I like to say, the amount of people I've took on the back and I'm just like, X, Y, Z, don't do this, do that,
Simple
stuff like that. And you'll have a while of a time. If you want to go fast, we can go a bit fast. If you want to go fast around the corner, we can do that. If you just want to chill and look at the scenery, we can do that. But I think the problem is like, you see it on TikTok a lot. You get young kids and they'll have like the missus on their back. And I'm a trackie rider. I'll ride in trackies. Shoot me. I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'll ride in trackies, trainers, t-shirts. Listen, it's my skin. If I want to fuck it up and have road rash and cry for 6 months, don't affect your life.
Yeah, I get you. Where I won't.
Yeah.
I won't even climb on my bike unless I got gear on.
There you go. And you know
each of their own.
Yeah, I've got gear.
Yeah.
I've got full iPod fucking suits. I've had race suits. I've had it all. And I'll wear it sometimes. Depends on how I'm feeling. If it's fucking sweltering, I don't want leather stuck to my balls, man. Like, I ain't here for that. So I hate discrediting anyone that wears tracksuit bottoms or whatever like that. Well, like, you'll see them and like the missuses on the back of the bike in like short shorts.
Yeah.
Crop top, no gloves, and an helmet. And I just think, even though I'll ride in tracksuit bottoms and a t-shirt, if I take my wife on and I'm in tracksuit, she wears a jacket, gloves, and boots.
Yeah. She's fully.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Like, listen, if I fuck up and I damage myself, like you say, it's your
decision.
Yeah. Then it's on me. If you try to climb on my bike without any form of like minimal gear, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You're an absolute idiot.
Well, you ain't getting on. I ain't taking you.
Yeah. It's stupid. But like I say, you see it on TikTok all the time, like young kids with like young misses, and they'll just go out cruising, and especially in America on their highways, and you just see them fucking hitting stupid speeds.
I'd love to do some of them highways in America, though.
I would, but you just have a square tire by the end of it.
Yeah. They don't have the same twists and turns as us.
Nah,
I don't think. But there's some of the videos I see dropping in the mountains and that. And can't remember the guy on TikTok. I follow the guy on that red superbike. Whips it.
I like watching Superbike ride on YouTube. He's fucking crazy. But the road, I don't even know where he is.
Nah, not clue.
I want to go.
Yeah.
But you'll see him in some of the videos. He takes a bend and there's a fucking speed up there. Boom. You think,
man, I'd have gone off.
My ass screamed for you.
Me gone. Nope.
Yeah, man. Some fucking right old. We've done some silly stuff. Done some silly stuff on bikes, man.
And that's the thing for anybody watching this, especially whether they're seasonal riders, all year riders, 125 riders, just getting into biking.
Wanting to bike.
wanting to bike. Like these stories are like they'll make their own stories.
Oh mate,
and you could sit in a cafe at a bike meet. If you can sit down with people can give you stories for days on bikes.
Yeah.
Because we go everywhere, we'll go anywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of times just for the love of riding.
Just and a coffee. I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the joke is about bikes, right? So a car meet, you can get 5 people in your car, turn your music on, having a smoke, having a chat, having a chill, whatever you're doing. You're vibing together. The weirdest thing is, on a bike, you're the loneliest.
Yeah.
Because there's just you and the road and your bike, but yet you feel so in tune with everybody.
Yeah.
We're riding in packs. Sometimes we've been in packs of 12, 13, if not more, riding.
Yeah.
So you're not talking to a soul.
Nope.
None of us have got head communications in. No. We're just jamming and we're just for the love of bikes.
We do the bike talk.
Yeah. Tapping the tank. Fuel, bro.
Fuel.
Yeah. Police. We don't ever police. I'm just saying. We just let each other know.
Yeah, you got to.
But
stop doing 31 in 30.
Yeah. And but you feel the most in tune with each other. You know what I mean? Then you get there, then it's a sandwich and a coffee and a chat, and you might have a walk around, look at other people's bikes, have a natter. It's like the community for me, bikers, is obviously I'm biased as shit because I love my bike. And anybody that's in a hobby or goes to meets in these things go, no, we have the best.
Yeah.
And I love you for your community. Go and do you. Go and find your space. But for me, the bike, the family that I've bought, that we've made out of the bikers, and the biker community, you just can't beat anybody. We've been flying down a road, seen someone at the side of the road, and you've tapped your helmet, spun around, yo, everybody back, and we've gone to make sure he's okay. Do you need a hand? Anything we can do to help?
Yeah.
And that's just what bikers do.
Do you know what you do if you see a car broken down at the side of the road?
You drive on. Yeah. You just ride on because
mate, you see a bike at the side of the road.
Can't help, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure in the community maybe they do that too. I won't see it. You won't see it because we're in that world and we don't follow it and don't care for it.
Yeah.
And I know certain cars don't like bikes.
Yeah.
Either because we filter or we're faster or we get around them and we undertake and we do, we're trying to get to a space. And if you're doing 40 mile an hour on a dual carriageway, I'm sorry, but we're going faster. That's just the way it is.
Yep.
But I love it though, when you're flying down in a pack and the cars in front can see you and they all pull over.
Yeah.
And you got the kids at the back window because they're loving seeing it.
Yeah,
like that for me is the vibe.
Yeah.
They may still be calling us all dickheads, no doubt.
And you know, for me, I get judged a lot just purely off looks, and I always have done. For me, if you was to walk down the street and, for instance, see 50 parents with 50 children, none of them are paying you attention. Not one of them. Just based off my looks alone. They're not going to say, I'll wave to that man over there. One, it's a bit fucking creepy, and I get that. But, mate, you'd be on a bike, nobody judges you. You've got a helmet, and you can't even see who I am. You can't see the shade of the colour of my skin. You can't see if I'm a male or female. You can't see anything. And you'll just see parents straight away like, bike, turn the child round.
Yeah, and they're waving, or they're asking you to rev the bike.
Back to
them. It's amazing.
And it just, for me, I'm just like, I've just made that kid's day.
Yeah.
And any other day on the planet, if that parent's seen me to communicate with their child for whatever the case may be, that they ain't interested.
Yeah.
Just off base of looks.
Yeah.
And it's like, for me, knowing that you can like make old people, young people, children's days just by fucking waving at them or nodding at them. It's a barrel of laughs, man.
Yeah.
When you're coming back and it's like fucking high school kick out time, and you're like, fuck, I've got traffic, and your car filter because it's a school road. Because I live near a fair few schools. Like you'll come along and it's just like someone will say rev, and because you've revved, all them down there have heard you rev. So by the time you get to them, they ask you to rev. Before you know it, you've burnt off a fucking tank of fuel and you've moved no miles.
Yeah, just revving the life out your bike.
Just revving at people.
What helps for us though is the fact that we do our bikes up. We trick them out, we pimp them out. They look, all sorts of, and they look unique because we'll never make our bikes different. So when we're coming down the road, you have to look. Like, look at these coming down the road. Then our hoodies have got some slogans on it that people are going, yo, that's funny. And all sorts of it. And then we've got bright coloured helmets, and not all bikers. Some bikers are just, I like to be out incognito and just kind of cruise through, which is our thing.
It's me at the minute with the ZX. It's, because it's a
go unseen,
No, because it's a special edition, and obviously it's my dream bike, and realistically, if you look back at both my superbikes, I don't really customize them. Like, yeah, I spend £1,600 on
bits here and
cobbles,
there, yeah.
but like, it's not something you do. So, like, yeah, you can remove the mirrors, but I don't want to remove the mirrors. You can change the bar ends, but I like the bar ends standard.
Well, sometimes though, if it's right at the factory, why change it?
The only thing that I've so far seen that I'd even contemplate doing is changing the radiator hoses to the green Samco green hoses,
ones, yeah.
Just because that I reckon that you can barely fucking see them. It's covered in fairings, but I reckon just those little flicks of elements, because the way it is, you've got the nose.
I reckon a nice seat cover on yours would look flames.
And possibly.
Nice, like what I had on my Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Not that particular style per se, but something that covers it, that just makes that little tail end pop.
Yeah.
I'm the same. If I had your bike, I don't think I'd do anything to it.
No, so I reckon maybe the Samco is a must. So obviously, it's a performance upgrade anyway, but it makes it run cooler and stuff like that. So that will get done. But like you say, I want a seat cowl for it. Still remember, I bought one. I don't know if I remember telling you. So I've searched high and low to buy one. Finally found one in the green shade that I wanted. Ordered it on eBay. It got delivered. It was listed for my bike as you put your bike details in. Yes, this fits your vehicle, so on and so forth. Got delivered. Didn't even open the packaging. I took it straight to my friend who details bikes. I said, just give it a polish, because my bike had recently been fully detailed, ready to be stored away. I was like, can you do this to match my bike so I can stick it on? Yes, sweet. Anyway, a few days later, phones me, it's all ready. Turn up, pay him, take it back home, go to clip it on my bike. As soon as I opened the box, looked at it and I thought, that's not the same fitting. Looked at it, thought, it definitely, like, mine's got two balls on. This don't have the two, like, the balls at the bottom that lock in. So I pop my seat off, look at the bottom, completely different. Emailed the people on eBay. I was like, this fixing's wrong. He was like, oh, sorry, mate, it's for a ZX6.
What?
So, mate, I can't even just say to him, I've just spent fucking X amount of money on having this fucking scratched removed and fucking. I've basically just said, yo, send me that. I'll get it fucking detailed for you and I'll send it you back. I was fucking fuming.
Did he exchange it?
No, because it was like it was a breaker's yard. They didn't have none. So they had two. They had the ZX10 and a ZX6, but none of the pictures showed the underneath fixing.
Right.
But from the top point, they look identical. The tails are quite identical. Yeah. It's the subframe fixings that are different. And I was fucking fuming.
Yeah,
because I'd searched one for so long.
Yeah.
And like I say, you can buy a Chinese one, but it's a 20 grand bike.
Yeah.
If you stick a fucking Chinese towel on a fucking 20 grand bike,
good problems.
Sell it, man. Buy a Kiwi.
Yeah, trust me. Well, mate, you've said I've had 3 seat cowls for my MT, and I've took them all off. I've gone back to just putting the passenger, the pillion seat back on. It actually makes the bike look nicer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And now that's what's back on. I stick like.
So
I know MOT times when I've got to put my resets on, or just take it off. But,
yeah, just take it off. So yeah, for me, that's my only gripe. Maybe a seat cover, like you said. Yeah, seat cover. Samco hoses.
And that's it. That's all it needs, man.
Finally find a seat cover.
It's already got a smoke screen front.
No.
Hebron's, I think it is, isn't it?
I don't know.
Or Puig. Is it a Puig gun? Nothing to Hebron's. Anyway.
Yeah.
They're the only type of upgrade you do. That bike don't need nothing else.
No, it don't. But like I say, the Samco hoses and the thing are just like the flex. That's all it is. So when you look at it, like I say, you have the air intake hole, you've got the side up the side of the screen, you've got fucking the flick on the tail end, the triangles on the side. They're just flicks of green, just everywhere. The rest of it's just like black and like silver with the octagon design down the side. It's just so like minimalistic.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I've got videos of my CCTV the day I put it up. And I got back home, I want to say just after 11 a.m. And I've got CCTV footage of me still stood next to the bike in my garden at 8:30 at night. I remember the whole day I just sat in a garden.
Sat there staring at it, I remember. Yeah.
I fucking made it. Like, it'd been my dream bike all my life. Do you remember when I showed you my little figurines?
Yeah.
And I have a Gixxer 750, which I've owned. I've then got the GSX S, the old shape one. I've got the Ducati Panigale, the wheelie bike. And then I have the ZX-10R. And literally, the ZX-10R and the Gixxer was at the front. The Gixxer was from Biker Boys, because that's the bike most people our age grew up on. Unlike you weirdo.
Yeah.
I remember making you watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the yellow Gixxer was just Biker Boys. And then the ZX-10, I don't even think it's a Kawasaki thing. I just think it's the green. You can't say you dislike the green on a Kawasaki.
No.
Like, if you're into bike, Kawasaki green is just wow. And I think that's what's always grabbed me. Because like growing up, you'd see like a model of a bike. It was always black. Always. You get the die-cast ones in whatever shape bike it was. It was just black. You'd get a KTM one that was orange, but it's just, right. But that green is just in your face. I am green.
Well, it's like you've said, if you ever buy a Kawasaki, I think I was looking at, was it the Z900 I was considering at one point, and I see one that was red, and you were like, you can't get a Kawasaki that ain't green.
Yeah.
You can't get a red Kawasaki or white. It has to be green. So I get it.
It was it was designed, it was like white and red. And in my head's just gone, one big bang.
Yeah.
There's some white that came with the white and red, and it was just like, it's just an R1. It was Kawasaki. It just didn't rock.
I'm mad because anybody watching this will probably go, what? Yeah. I've got a blah 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 bike in my, it's like if you had a Ducati, you almost feel like it has to come red.
Yeah, it has to be red.
Because the Ducati,
you get black.
Yeah,
you're getting black, silver, white, like it's mental.
But you buying red?
Yeah, KTM, it's orange.
Orange?
Yeah,
you buy an orange?
Yeah, it has to be.
Even Gixxer. When I think of Gixxers, I always think of blue. Yeah, like it's because it's just it's the color that works.
Every color, but then it's weird because, like you say, you think of every single bike brand that obviously, because there's a fair few. But like you sit there and you just think about them, and you just think there's a colour to them. Then you think of Yamaha, and it's like
there ain't a colour, no,
there ain't one, because they just do. You could say blue.
I suppose, if you went R1 or R6, you're probably going to go blue.
But you'd say blue, but then again, like I say, they've done a white one, and then you think of like the MT range, still Yamaha.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You'd only go R1, R6, and I think I'd still go, if someone said, say your colour as soon as I say the bike, and then when I'm going to go blue. But any other Yamaha, I don't think there is a colour. The MTs definitely don't have a colour in all the ranges.
No.
If I see 10s on the road, I tend to see them predominantly in blue. But I've seen them in all colours. But I wouldn't associate blue with the MT10.
When I think of MTs, I just think of yours.
The grey and fluo.
Grey and blue. And I think that's what it is. Like that.
Yeah, because you can get that colour in all the ranges, got in your 7, 9 and 10s.
Yeah. Yep.
Instead of when you go to the SP ranges, they're blue and black. And
yeah, the SP is blue and black. Like Hayden's got the 09 SP. I could never imagine buying an SP 09. It's like asserting your female dominance. It's like I've got an 09, but this is a Dyson version. Yeah. And he's got the Dyson version, but he loves it. I don't understand why.
Well, you're talking about bikes, and this brings me back to a story that I was going to tell you at the very start. This will probably bring it to a close in a bit. But so Daz has gone and bought. He hasn't bought it. He's gone and fetched it for somebody, and it's a little 50cc. I couldn't even tell you the name. It's definitely an overseas brand.
Okay,
right, but carries some decent reviews. Good for a learner.
Yeah,
good for somebody who can only ride a 50cc.
It's not that hard to make a lawnmower engine, is it?
Yeah. Brand new, they're 1,800 quid, 1,900 quid, right? So I think he picked up for 800 quid or something like that. Anyway, so he sent me a photo of it yesterday, and he's like, yo, this is quite nippy, Its top end's about 42 mile an hour, right? So,
yeah, I'm guessing it's a 125.
No, it's 50cc.
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 I'd be very surprised because most of them are capped at like 28, 29.
No, it does. I think when we looked into it, it was something like 43 or something, or 33.
Downhill backwind.
It was a small
two-stone piss sweat
small bike, right? So anyway, we was on the phone yesterday, and we was like, what would be funny if we all went and got scooters and just did something, whether it be for charity, something that was a £500 scooter, and you just went, right, sponsor us. We're going to go and ride to X amount far away.
Yeah.
6-7 hours away. And if you had something like a 50cc, you couldn't even go on A roads, bro. no motorways. You've got to stick to main roads, which would make the journey even funnier.
Yeah.
And I said to him yesterday, I was like, the joke is, if we actually tried to do something like, I reckon all the lads on bikes would all go, yeah, I can find a little £500 for a scooter for charity, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of it, you give the bike away or you chop it in. Like, it means nothing as long as it's raised money for a charity.
Yeah.
So this is literally an ad hoc conversation last night. Then next thing I'm looking at scooters on Facebook going, yours only £400, I was only £600. I'll buy a scrapper.
Never rid of scooter.
Neither me.
Neither me, bro. I remember James trying to get me to ride his
Bergman's
650
EXE or something. Wasn't it?
I remember him pulling on. He's like, just have a go, you love it. And I'm just looking at him.
Nah, that ain't what I ride bikes for. I'm not into scooters,
I ain't
man.
here for scooters. And then he learned the hard way. Car pulled
It
out on
hurts.
him. Where you're going to travel, your whole chest wailed them bars.
Yeah.
And then here
It's not the
you
one.
go with your floaty ribs and
Not the
me.
one.
Not for me.
But I'll take a 50cc or a 125, whatever you agree on a
I'd just sit
scooter.
there and just think, it's only £1,000 extra and you could buy a clapped up Grom and I'd have way more fun.
Yeah, well, whatever. We might just do it on smaller bikes, but either way, I'm thinking
bikes.
or monkey bikes. I'm just thinking of doing something for charity to raise money for someone, whether it be Birmingham Children's Hospital or just something. But we've all got to buy, even if we don't buy the same bike, you've got a cap, so it's got to be limited at like can't be higher than a 125.
Yeah.
It has to have a budget of this. So you're forced to find something for £600.
Yeah.
It don't matter if it's clapped out, as long as it works, it's MOT'd and roadworthy.
Yeah.
You do you, and we'll just ride. So keep an eye. Future episodes of this, and maybe we're doing something for charity somewhere in the summer.
Okay.
I just think it'd be a barrel last week.
Yeah. So my brother sent me a few links before. I'll find them out and I'll send them to you. You can buy their little 125, them like thumpers. Do you know what a thumper is?
Mm-mm.
It's basically like, so you have like a mini motto, a midi motto, and then your normal size scran. Like a thumper is like in the middle of like the fucking mini and
Not the stomper bikes.
Yeah, like thumpers. That's what they're called. Them like miniatures. But you can buy them. I don't know them. Probably more than likely Chinese. But my brother found them, and you can buy them for £1,200 and they're already road legal 125s off eBay, and they get delivered to your door. And you basically have to build them. And me and my brother was going to buy them just to go greenlining for a barrel.
Yeah, why not?
There you go.
Why
That's
not?
where we can do that.
Why
I'll
not?
finally we'll just fucking order 10 of them and just fucking
Definitely doing something.
Yeah.
And for charity. It's got to have a real reason to give back and just raise a little money for somebody. But
I'm fully.
well, you know what? This has been a great chat.
Yeah, it was sick, bro.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just nice. And bear in mind, any viewer that's got even what we're in, nearly an hour and a half in. If you've watched the whole hour and a half, bearing in mind it's our first time cutting this together.
Yeah.
It's our first time. We chat about this stuff all the time.
I had 2 lights, great, mate.
Do you know what I mean? We've been on.
Phone holders held up by Bluetooth.
Blue tack. Phone holders held up by Bluetooth.
Bluetooth, yeah.
But if you've got to the end, we appreciate any comments, any thoughts, any ideas for us. This isn't the final backdrop. We're going to be investing a bit more. We just wanted to start somewhere. So here we are. We've got a passion for bikes. We fucking love it. And we've got aims to do more, right? We're going to do bike meet interviews. We're going to go to the bike shops and do reviews and opinions. We'll show our bikes off. Yeah. We'll service them and we'll go live. We'll do anything.
Service kit ready. I have a service kit ready.
Say less. Mine definitely needs a service. So there's 2 bikes at least already need servicing.
And
fix them.
I'm all right. I can do an 07 with my eyes closed. My ZX10, I'm a bit dead raw. I am shitting my pants.
Yeah, I bet.
And I've worked on countless amount of supers. Not one that's ever been that near expensive.
No.
And I'm just sat there thinking,
we'll just take our time and we'll have a day on it. We'll have a takeaway. We'll just have a day on it.
You know what's going to be jokes? I guarantee it's going to take me like 5 minutes.
It'll be easy. It'll be the easiest bike you've ever serviced.
Yeah, because the side panels are in 3 sections.
Yeah.
You just got to the bottom one.
Yeah. It'll be the easiest bike ever.
Absolutely shitting myself. But yeah, I'm going for all of that jazz.
We'll do it, man. We'll do it. But listen,
Yep.
I'm PK. That's Wiz. PK and Wiz, or PKZ and Wiz. The reason it's PKZ is my socials. PK's ride. PK's PK, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
just Wiz.
You know what? We'll see you next week, man. And we're here again. We'll have another chat. And who knows where we'll be when we do it.
Working lights.
And when I working lights fully.
Time.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate you lot. Love and peace.
Peace.